All right, welcome back. Today we're going to go ahead and go over some simple things with the coat of arms to assist you. This is for the students that are struggling in how to create the shield. This video is what I'm going to tell you to watch if you are having any trouble on color separation, doing the inside color of the shield, or some of the simple tools. All right, and I'm going to show you a couple of other extra steps as good measure. This is the end result of what I did today with these two, and I could have taken this one right here, and I could put it in here, and I could probably make it smaller, and then you could see it would be three colors, and I could put things on top of it. But for that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to move these two things out of the way and put them over here. There you are. Okay, so first things first, we're going to grab the square tool. We're going to hold down shift as we click and drag it out. Your square should look like that. If it doesn't, you can click this little icon right here and it will go to black and white. Next thing I'm going to do, if I don't see the pen tool, or if it's on like the pen minus tool, or if I don't see any of that, I'm going to go to window, make sure my tools are on advanced. I like to have my advanced toolbar. And then if I hover over here with this selected, I know it's selected because I see the points. I'm going to click in the center right there. You see that magenta line right there? It's telling me, hey, I'm in the center. I'm on the line. I can click one time there. If I hover down, I see the plus symbol and the magenta. The plus symbol beside the pen tool and the magenta line, I can click one time there. Now if I grab the white arrow tool, I notice that this point that I just clicked last is darkened and all the other ones are hollow or white. If I press the down arrow, I can start seeing that move. I'm gonna hold down shift and tap it once or twice, okay? I'm gonna grab my white arrow tool, click on this one and press it, shift and press it up once. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to select one of these points here. I'm gonna click and rubber band over this point right here, and if I click and pull that in, just like that, you can see what happens. I'll do that again for those that didn't see it. I'm gonna click and rubber band that point. That node is darkened and the other ones are white, meaning it's selected. So I click and I can pull that in. I can rubber band over the point, or I can just click on it. And I click on that radio button again and pull it in right there. So now I have a shield. Perfect, great. All right, now I'm going to show for those who are having struggles with how to fill the colors in the shield or anything really, how we do it in Illustrator. I was asked, where's the paint bucket? This is going to be my answer. Okay, I'm going to hold down Option and I'm going to click with my black arrow tool selected. I'm going to hold down Option and I'm going to click and drag one off, put it beside it. I'm going to grab the line tool. I'm going to click, oh, that guide is helping me. Yes, I want to go down the center. I'm going to hold down shift and drag that down. I'm going to hover over here, and it's looking like if I hold down command and click on my shield and hover over here, I can see it's saying, okay, about that point right there. I'm going to click and drag over, holding down shift. So I've dissected this with two lines, right? Now what I'm going to do is go over, I'm going to hold down command with, or get my black arrow tool, and I'm going to rubber band over all of that right there. Make sure you don't have any of this selected. And if I use the divide feature here, it's broken this into smaller little segments. Cut it in half using the divide, okay? So I'm going to go to Object, Ungroup. Okay, now I can click on this section right here. I can click and move it. Bring it over here. I can double click on the fill color and make it red if I want. But I noticed something's odd. In this situation, maybe my document is set for black and white. So I'm gonna go to, if yours isn't, if you're not having this problem, don't worry. But if you are, go to color mode, the color wheel. If you don't see that available, go to window and make sure you're under Workspace Essentials Classic. And I'm gonna change that to RGB, okay? I'm gonna do the same over here. I'm gonna click on that with the black arrow tool and move it over right there. Perfect. Grab that right there. Use the eyedropper and eyedrop that color. Double click on it. Make it green. Say okay. Now, maybe you want to do the second, you want to take this one over here, you can. You can click and drag it over there. But for this, I'm going to actually group these two together using the Pathfinder tool. Very great little tool. I know that some of y'all have been using the Shape Builder tool, and that's fine. But for right now, we're going to use the Pathfinder Unite. That's this one right there. Watch what happens. I click it. Boom. I have them ready to go. I'm going to grab my white arrow tool and pull that point up a little. Just like that. Yep. I can even grab the radio button and pull it down just a little if I want. I can command minus a little. Bring that over here. Maybe I like the way that maybe that's on top. I'm gonna see, I can see that's on top. Looks good. Maybe I'll give that a yellow. Yeah. Go back to that color, change it there. Yeah, okay. So now I've separated in colors, right? And I have shapes, okay? Now I could make that point. Maybe I want to make this, maybe I want to click on one of these white arrow tools and just kind of have it bend. Just like that. Maybe like something like that, maybe. This one seems to have a little bit of a wave. Maybe not. Maybe I just keep it back to right here. That's totally cool. I can create, I'm going to Command G that right there. Or actually, before I do that, I'm going to click on it and move it out of the way. So I'm going to click, hold down Shift, and select the other parts. There it is. And I'm going to get rid of the stroke on those. So it's just that. So now I have those shapes right there. If I hit a Object, Group, they're grouped. I can pull them back right here, which is really cool. I can also hold down with the black arrow tool. If I hold down Shift and Option, I can click and drag that in, which is really cool. I'm gonna do one other thing here. I'm gonna take this shield, I'm gonna use a gradient on it. And I'm gonna click here, boom. I see a gradient. Oh, it's on my stroke over here. So I'm gonna hit the double-headed arrow. That's gonna send the gradient to my stroke, my fill. And I'm gonna turn my stroke off by clicking this little guy right there. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I'm gonna go now to Object, Path, Offset Path. Let's see what that does. Oh, look at what it did. It made another one, okay? Except this one back here, I'm going to go here and I'm gonna change the orientation. I'm gonna go 90 degrees the other way. And I'm gonna make this, or maybe I flip the colors. Maybe I drag this over here and drag that over there. You can see the colors are changing. Now I'm gonna take the stroke off of that. That looks pretty cool. If I Command plus, I can click on one. I can click on the stroke, I can see. Now, if I click on this and I click on the stroke and it's planted to there, I'm just gonna say the red candy cane here, and I'm gonna click on that to bring it to the foreground. I have this selected, and I can change that color of that gradient to anything I want. In fact, I think what I'm gonna do is start using some greens, have that gradient to maybe a red or a purple. Yeah, there you go. Maybe this color will go into like a red. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. All right, so now we've done a couple of things. I've made a gradient on this one. I've made a copy and changed the orientation of the gradient. I can go in any way at once, and I'm kind of building something, right? Now I could take this and put it right there. I could put it on its own layer. I could also hit spacebar and go back a couple of steps, okay? So these are steps to show you to get to some simple things. And if I see you struggling, I'm gonna go ahead and recommend you use these. All right, with the pen tool, just as a primer, if I'm trying to take this shape right here of this bird, I'm gonna use the pen tool and I'm gonna click one time and I'm gonna Command plus and really zoom in on it. And then if a second time I'm gonna click, I'm gonna hold down my mouse. And look what's happening. I have click on this upside down V, and I keep on going, but it's covering up the fill. I can turn that off, move this out. I'm gonna keep on clicking on that upside down V when I bend. If I don't bend, I don't need to click on the upside down V. I can walk it down, clicking and holding out as I bend, coming back and holding down the upside down V. And just as so. And I can start building my shapes the way I like them. So now I have a closed path. I could do something really cool. I could grab my eyedropper tool and say, hey, sample that yellow right there. Boom, it did. Yeah, and that's how you use the pen tool. Signing off. If you have any questions, consult your partner beside you or look at the instructional aid that is from last week on Moodle.